Hey everyone. I've had a great semester so far, and we're about to finish up strong. Even though with everything that's going on, it can be a tough time, but I feel like we're going to get through it, and we're going to get through it very well. Just we've learned a lot in this course with legal policy. There were a lot of things that we went over. There were a few that definitely stuck out with me. One of which, since the fact of that, me working in housing and residence life, that was something that stuck out to me when we started beginning off the semester talking about contracts and continuing throughout the semester talking about different contracts as well. That's one thing that stuck out to me because when you're coming into college as freshmen or even being a transferred student from a different university or a different community college, that's a really big breaking point for you in your life. You're coming of a certain age and everything where you're developing a different way, and as well, you're supposed to be taking upon more responsibility in your life. And I'll get on to supposed to be taking more responsibility in your life as far as one of the things that really, another thing that really stuck out to me. And so these are the things that definitely moving forward I take under consideration when it comes to contracts because we are legally, you can be legally bound by a contract. So you have to read it carefully. And that's one of the things we go over, in my grad assistantship now currently. And that's one of the things that we're going to have to really focus on in different departments as we're going through our higher education journey. It's a big part of our, of being a higher education practitioner. So that was one of the things that definitely stuck out to me. And so identifying, some areas that I feel like I've grown in. I think I've definitely grown in the knowledge of talking about and discussing about current, you know, generation gaps as far as how students are being, what their lenses are seeing now versus before. And so, like right now, one thing that stuck out to me and still does is like when we went over the coddling of the American student, and this is one thing that really sticks out to me because of the fact that this is one thing that I harp on all the time. Like there's so many subjects and so many disputes about how things aren't fair or something is very uncomfortable for students to discuss, um, or students in general think certain things are not fair, in which they just feel like it's not fair to them because they're having to do certain things because they don't want to take responsibility to do them. And so that goes into the key of you're supposed to be more responsible as you're growing older. And we have so many, guardians in individuals' lives who, it's being coddled throughout their whole life, and now they're coming out into the world, and it's like now their mindset is different as an adult that's supposed to be taking more responsibility. Their mindset is different than what individuals used to be, and so I think we need to get to where, in my opinion, I think that that's something that's really a damper on society right now. But I mean, don't get me wrong, individuals that are coming up very smart, we're very smart in everything as we are going through our journey in colleges. So I just think though still that's one of the main things that really stuck out to me when it came to a like an open class discussion. Um, and so some areas that I think as well that I could use some better knowledge on would be not only what can students in a Lancaster and what students cannot be told that they cannot do um, legally within a school system or a college institution. And then on top of that, as a faculty and staff, learning more about what is it that we can't be forced upon to do either in all different types of different categories and subject matters. So that's one area, especially if you're dealing with faculty and staff, what are the can and cannot do's. in which bind us, in which we are sometimes we just don't have the knowledge about that we're restricted to doing. But all together, this course was very fun, um, very knowledgeable. I learned a lot from this course, and definitely moving forward, I will take what I've learned from this course and implicate it within my higher education journey.